Good morning. Video 46. Let's go. First thing I do in the morning is take these supplements. Ginkgo biloba, 500 milligrams. So I'm going to take one of those. I just started taking these a couple of days ago. They're supposed to help mental concentration, memory, and focus, as well as I think being a bit of a stimulant. So I'm just taking them with the intention of trying to get a bit more energy and a bit more focus throughout the day. So I think that's my third day of taking them. Not sure if I've noticed any effects yet. Maybe a little bit. I'm not sure whether it's placebo, whether I'm imagining it, or whether it's really happening. First thing I do after waking up is I go and I brush my teeth and then I stick the kettle on. I always have coffee first thing in the morning, even though I don't like the taste of it. Even though it makes my breath smell bad, I still always have a coffee first thing in the morning. I have actually considered recently, as an alternative to that, getting like caffeine pills and just taking one caffeine pill first thing in the morning. Might be a good idea. Instead of having to drink this drink that I don't like, just put the pill on my tongue, swallow a bit of water, and then Bob's your uncle. I had a tiny bit of milk left from yesterday, so I added some milk to my coffee this morning. I don't usually do that. I usually just have it black, as they say. I don't know why I don't like saying black coffee. For some reason, it feels really awkward for me to say that. Anyway, it's 8:45, and I'm up. So now I better get on with what it is I have to do. I thought I felt bad after waking up. I can't imagine how this volcano feels. I've got to make today another great day. And that's got to mean going out into the world. Again, I'm going to take my time before I head out the door. But I think very soon I'll be going out and about just to see what is going on. It is Monday today, so I know that the library will be open. So that's a possibility of a place to go. There's many other places to go, as long as they're all within walking distance. That's the most important thing for me at the moment. It has to be within walking distance. I don't really know where else I can go, but that's an idea. The other idea is just walk and see where I end up. That's usually one that I go for. Just go wherever I feel like going. How does TikTok always manage to drag me in? I don't like it. I don't want to be dragged in, but some of the stuff seems kind of funny. Some of it's kind of inane. Some of it's kind of annoying. I do leave there feeling irritated sometimes. I didn't go on it for months and months and months and months and months. And then recently I logged back in and I was like, I had loads more followers somehow. Like hundreds more.
Says you serve 20.
I just spent probably half an hour to an hour just looking at TikToks. I wanted to say it was a waste of time, but I actually kind of enjoyed it. I like watching the dances, you know? and the funny stuff. I don't know. There is good stuff on TikTok. It's not all terrible. And one of the best things on TikTok is me. No, I'm joking. My TikToks are... Well, actually, no, they are pretty good. I don't know. So I said I was going to go outside. And I do think that is what I'm going to do. What I'm doing out there is basically just looking for content ideas. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm thinking about things to video. I'm thinking about video ideas. Maybe that's what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I might not even go outside. I might just go back to sleep. It's going to take some convincing again to convince myself to go out. I think I should be able to convince myself. I managed to convince myself yesterday. What did I say yesterday to convince myself? Basically, like, there's more going on outside, and I'll most probably feel better out there than I do in here. Even though right now it's nice in here and it's comfortable in here. That's just because I'm acclimatized to that because I just woke up, I just got out of bed. And so I'm still attached to the feeling of the comfort of the warmth and everything like that. And that doesn't mean that I shouldn't just get up and go. You have to break through the barrier of the first initial phase of leaving the house, which is sometimes like a, no, I don't want to go outside. You have to go through that. And then you'll realize it's actually good out there and you actually like it. Another thought I have going on is that I'm thinking that I need to be doing something specific so that I have a reason to go out. But I can actually just go out without a specific reason and then create a specific reason, a specific idea of what I'm doing once I'm already out. Because I'm not inside the house for a specific reason. So what's the difference between being inside and outside? If I'm thinking, well, I don't want to go outside because I have no specific reason to go outside. It's like, yeah, well, I have no specific reason to be inside. But the specific reason that I want to go outside is because there's more going on out there. I mean, inside there is going on what there is going on, but it's only going to be me that's making any sort of goings on. But if I go outside, then there's other people going on with their goings on. And more people going on with their goings on is what makes it more interesting than just me going on with my going on. Because I can go on with my goings on outside as well. And so it's either me going on with my goings on by myself in the house, or it's me going on with my goings on outside amongst the other people who are going on with their goings on. The more that I keep saying going on with their goings on, it starts to sound less and less like a real thing to say. And I'm thinking, it doesn't even make sense. Why am I saying that? I do think I'll definitely have a better day if I go outside. But for the reasons previously outlined, I do feel reluctant to do so. The reasons being that it is comfortable here. I don't know if that means I should try and make it more uncomfortable here. But if I did do that, then I'd probably get the results that I wanted. Because the more uncomfortable it becomes here, the more it seems to make sense to go out. Or I just accept that it's uncomfortable here and then I just stay in. I mean, there's lots of different ways it can go. But it is true that I really do take a lot of convincing to actually get myself out of the door sometimes. I've learned to be okay with that, and it's actually made content for my videos. But I would like to feel more of a sense of control over myself. whenever I get into these conflicting states of mind, I always feel as though I've lost control of my own ability to make a decision. But then the question to ask in that case is, well, if I have lost control to make a decision, for myself, who is I and who is myself, and which one is me? I think they're both me, but maybe they're not. Maybe neither of them are me. I think that I've lost some of my enthusiasm for doing things, but it's not that that's true. I think it's just that I feel as though I don't really have the energy in my body. Like I wake up and I just don't have the get up and go that I once did. I do still get it on occasion, but I think I'd say, generally speaking, recently, the drive, the motivation, has just not been there. I'm motivated to do the things that I really want to, but there's just been a shift in priorities. And that means I'm not prioritizing doing things that seem to me personally to have little purpose or point. But if I have to choose doing something with little purpose or point, or doing what looks like nothing, I'd go for what looks like nothing, and that's what I've been doing. And what looks like nothing isn't actually nothing, so I shouldn't even really describe it like that. And it doesn't even look like nothing, so what I just said is inaccurate. It's just a different kind of work. It's not heavy lifting, it's not moving around. But that doesn't mean it's not a worthwhile endeavour, because working away on human psychology is definitely one thing you can do that does play a huge part in improving your life and improving other people's lives. So to think that a human being should just be a physical creature who is, slaved to labour is really quite a cruel and disgusting way to think about people. And I completely disagree with that being an ideal. Whoever came up with that stupidity, shame on you. I know what I should do. I should go to the library. It's something to do. It's a place to go. It's a goal to make. It's a simple one. I can do it. I don't want to do it because I know what's around. I know what's going to happen. There's going to be idiots around. So I'll just have to put up with them. Actually, no, I won't. I won't have to put up with them at all. Because I'm not going to let them talk their shit anymore. I'm going to talk my shit back. And I'm going to put them in their place. It's got to be done. On occasion. You got to let yourself lose control. Well, you have no choice, really. There are circumstances that are occurring that are outside of your control, which dictate what it is that you do and don't do. Whether you know that or you don't know that, it's still true. If you know that, however, then it makes more sense when it happens. If you don't know that, then you just find yourself constantly questioning, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? As if there's a why for everything. The key phrase in situations or circumstances being outside of your control is the part that says outside of your control. That means you don't get a say in it. That means you are, to some degree, a victim of circumstance. But if you can accept circumstances and you can make sense out of them, then you don't feel like quite as much of a victim. And you also regain a little bit of control in having your ability to respond to situations, which means that you don't let other people unfairly victimize you. And I would never encourage anybody to allow themselves to be unfairly victimized. I think that's quite stupid. It's even more stupid for people to actually treat people unfairly in the first place. But that doesn't mean it's not stupid to not give them something back. I understand that saying they started it is such a cliche, but that really is the most important detail. I don't go around creating issues, but if people want to try and have a go at me, most of the time, I'm not going to take it. Some of the time, I just go, alright, and I don't care. But if I don't care, I don't care. So I'm not going to respond. Why would I? I don't care. But if I do care, of course, I'm going to have something to say about it. There's certain people that seem to have the expectation that they should be able to just say whatever they want and get no reaction. And then as soon as you give them a reaction, they act all like scared and like try to act like they're a victim. It's like, well, if you didn't want that, then you shouldn't have provoked that. If you didn't want that, you didn't have to say anything. You decided to say something. But I think there's just all these fat idiots that just play the mental health card. Like, well, I've got Tourette's. I don't have any control over myself. Okay, so everybody has Tourette's now, do they? Is that what's happening? Or are people just using that as an excuse? Either way, whether you say it in a voluntary or an involuntary way, you're still responsible for the words that come out of your mouth. And that means you've got to find ways to explain them in order to appease other people, especially if you're going to direct those words at other people. You best be understanding that you may get a response from them. You can't just walk around acting like a bully and think that that's just going to continue on, you know. It's not going to continue on. There's going to be loads of people who just say, well, they're going to say whatever they're going to say, but they're going to have something to say. I made it outside. It's pretty cold. It's also kind of windy. I noticed yesterday that there was a lot of wind noise on the mic, so I hope you can hear me okay. But there are cars as well. What day is it today? It's Monday, right? I'm gonna keep myself out for a bit. Just as a practice, staying out of the house, staying away from things that seem easy. There's actually a lot of pain and misery associated with things that seem easy, with comfort, so-called comfort. You don't think that comfort would be painful and miserable, but it really is. You know, it's not really comfort. That's the excuse that is given for like why you're doing it. It's comfortable. If you actually analyse what's going on there, it's not really comfort. It's actually quite the opposite. I said I'd go around to my friend's house today and help him out with something. So I'll have to go there at some point. I guess I'm going to go to the library for a bit first. And I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably just read a book, I guess. Kind of feel like getting something to eat. I don't know if I will. I'm getting a bit of an appetite. Anyway, I'm at the house, that's good. No, I'm just like a rolling stone. Rolling around. It's been 45 days of daily videos. I've not run out of things to say, but I've definitely quietened down quite a lot because I managed to get a lot of things off my chest, and I don't want to repeat myself. If you want to hear me say the same thing that I've already said, you can go back and look at my old videos. I'm trying to keep it fresh, and that means having a little bit less to say, but saying that, I think I still have plenty to say. I didn't get anything to eat, and I'm just going to go back home. Really can't wait for the move now. To go somewhere I'd actually really like to be, instead of here. This place is just so bad. I can't seem to stop talking about it. But there's such an incredibly dull energy. It's so like uninteresting. It is like no one is doing anything interesting at all. I don't get how that even happens. I don't understand how that happens. How can there actually be no one that's doing anything interesting at all? Because I can't see anything. Like if you walk around the town centre, you look at the places, you look at the people, no one is doing anything interesting ever. Why is that? How is that okay for them? How are they satisfied with that? I'm not satisfied with that. That's got to improve. There's got to be some kind of change that actually takes place. That actually leads people to try and turn this fucking dump into somewhere worth living. It's like no one's even making the effort. They don't even realise it's an issue. They're too stupid, they're too arrogant. They're so stupid, they're so arrogant. And what a shame, really. It would be so much better for everybody who lived here if there were actually people who were making an effort to try and improve the place, create a better atmosphere, take some time out and actually work on trying to make this a place worth living in. Because right now it really is just shit. Like, it's just idiots, stupid people, idiots, boring, uninteresting. What's the point in that? I mean, it just means that their lives are just pathetic. Like, there needs to be like a really there needs to be a really quick like transformation that actually takes place in order to try and make this place somewhere worth being. Because right now it just isn't. And that's why I'm going. There's just no way that I'm gonna stay around here. It's so shit. The people are so dull, they're so stupid. It's unbelievable. I just can't believe it. How can you have such a crappy life and just not even want to do anything about it? That genuinely amazes me. Like, you have to be Really stupid to actually do that. The people that live around here are incredibly fucking moronic. Stupid. Idiotic. If they weren't, then it wouldn't be like it is. Just go to King's Cross and just look around. That's all you have to do. And then come back here and see how fucking shit it is. See how stupid the people are. Chorley Town Centre is the worst town centre in the UK. It is actually official. There has been actual research that has been done. And it's been confirmed that it is the shittest place in the UK. And that's a fact. It's true. You only have to go and walk around and just see the people. Like, hear the sound of their voices. If you live here, you sound like a fucking idiot. You talk like a fucking idiot. I don't understand how you can be that stupid. It's mind-blowing. These people are fucking moronic idiots. If I had something better to focus on, maybe I wouldn't spend so much time just ranting to my camera about how stupid the people are here. But it really seems to be a recurring theme. I can't stop being pissed off until I've moved out of this place and I no longer have to see the faces or hear the moronic, fucking idiotic, stupid voices of these retarded idiots. If they weren't so stupid, then I wouldn't have anything to complain about. So, if you're upset at me complaining about how stupid these stupid fucking idiots are, you should be more upset at them for being so stupid. And you might try and turn it around and say, well, I think you're stupid. And that's great. You can think that. I don't care. You're not really understanding what's going on here, are you? I might watch some morning TV. It's already 10:40, so probably too late actually to even watch that. Still pretty tired, still pretty lethargic. I'm still just constantly irritated. Still just want to leave, that's it. Still want to go somewhere that's great, but I'm not able to. Still have to put up with living in this fucking shithole that I hate, full of fucking morons. So, what do I do? I don't know. The answer just seems to be just complain all the time. Be irritated. Be annoyed. Alright, I've stopped complaining. I'm calming down. I'm still not satisfied. I still don't know what I'm doing today. And that's what I'm not satisfied with. I didn't go to my friend's house. I went to the library, but it was fucking shit. Same bunch of fucking cunts who work there. Just stupid, 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 stupid. stupid bunch of fucking retarded cunts, idiots, morons. Why are there so many of them? I don't get it. It would be nice if that could change. It'd be nice if people tried to actively engage their brains in a way that was useful. They don't seem to be able to do that because they're blocked by the stupidity. What do you do about that? I don't know, really. Education, possibly. Anyway, I need to focus on myself again. But I really don't know what it is that I want to do. So, I've got to figure that out. I'll figure that out. I had a really good day yesterday. I hope that I could have a good day again today. Doesn't seem like I'm going to be totally honest. I don't think I'm going to be very happy at all until I've moved away from this shitty, horrible place full of stupid fucking idiots. And then once I've done that, I really think that I'll be much better off. I might still have complaints, but I think a lot less, or at least complaints about different things, rather than generic complaints about the general intelligence levels of random people. But it does get very annoying. And there is only so much I can put up with before I just snap. And that's where I've been for quite a while now, is just snapping. And it makes perfect sense. I'm not going to let some fucking idiot try and tell me why I shouldn't think like that or why I shouldn't feel like that. You have to realize when you're the idiot, right? You know I'm talking to you, so it's pretty straightforward. So what do? I don't know. Maybe speaking isn't actually making me feel any better, but maybe I don't need or want to feel any better. Maybe I can just accept that this is how I feel and not get stupidly emotional about it as if it matters. Alright, I'm kind of getting pissed off with being pissed off. Whatever that means. So, I think I'm just going to just quit being pissed off, alright? I'm going to do it. Just making some cheese on toast. Toast. I've got the last little piece of toast. So it's looking a bit pathetic, really. Tiny little piece. Is the grill on? No. Need the grill. And then, I guess I'm going to need more cheese. No, that'll be alright. See what I mean? The tiny little end piece the best piece, the worst piece. What I need to eat next is these potato cakes. I'm going to see how hungry I am still after that little bit of cheese on toast. And maybe then I'll eat some more. I am feeling kind of hungry. Yesterday I had 2 friends come around. One of them stayed for maybe an hour. And the other one was here for like, I don't know, probably like 6 or 7 hours. And we just watched a lot of music videos, like live performances. And we just talked. And then I cooked some food for that person. Because they said they wanted something to eat, so I made a pie. But they only ate like a tiny bit of it and then didn't eat the rest. But it was okay. I ate the rest of it. And then I had a good meal last night before I went to sleep. And I was still finishing off my video from yesterday. So that's what I did yesterday when I wasn't videoing, because there was quite a long time where there was no video, I think. However, I'm realizing like the audience doesn't even know that. Okay, so the cheese on toast is looking a bit special right now. But I used a different kind of cheese. It's not cheddar. I don't know what it is. It's really good though. Filming myself. I'm tempted to make some more cheese on toast. That was pretty good. Do I need more though? It wouldn't be toast, it'd be potato cakes. You know what? I should say no in order to try and not do what I always do, which is just have more. Because if I don't eat more straight away and I wait until I'm hungry, or not even wait until I'm hungry, but if I just don't eat until I get hungry again, like really hungry, then I'll appreciate it just as much as I just did then. In the future. That's a good idea. I don't even want to consider going out again today for the rest of the day. I walked into the town centre and back. It was the worst thing I've ever done. It was dreadful. It was such a waste of time. I really just want to move. I really just can't wait for the house to sell. So I can move. If there was a way for me to move now, then I'd probably do it. Like, I wonder if I could borrow some money. Based on the idea that I'll pay them back when the house sells. It is an idea. It would speed things up. It would put me in the place that I want to be quicker. But I fear that I'm just going to have to tolerate this mundane existence here. Until I actually am able to do it. I don't want to do that. Maybe I don't have to find ways to keep it interesting. Maybe it'll just stay interesting. Maybe I don't have to do anything. Maybe I don't have to think anything specific. Maybe I don't have to make any effort. Maybe it'll all just happen perfectly. Maybe it already is all happening perfectly. Maybe I'm just thinking it's not perfect. Maybe everyone's actually okay. Maybe I just think they're idiots. Maybe they're not idiots. I don't know. I'm willing to consider all these things. Definitely not going to go back to sleep. Not today. I'm not wasting time. I do have things that I want to do. What I really want to do right now is make some more potato cakes with cheese on them. But I'm trying to not do that. To discipline myself. I don't know why I'm trying to discipline myself. Maybe I shouldn't discipline myself. Maybe I should just give in. Give myself what I want. I'm not sure. So I'm basically just watching YouTube videos. It's a pretty common activity for me to be doing. I do it a lot. So I'm not going to be talking to the camera for a bit. I'm just going to be watching videos. Okay, despite what I said, I've just put some potato cakes in the toaster. And despite what I said, I am back here to talk to the camera. I'm making 3 of them. And I'm going to put some cheese on it. Double Gloucester. Looks good to me. I'm just too hungry. I can't stop myself. I'm really going to take these bin bags out. I'll do it. After I put the potato cakes in, I'll take them out. And I'll put them in the bin. I'm also going to make some coffee. Ooh, what is that? Oh. Here's what they look like going in the grill. Now I'm going to take these bin bags out, chuck them out, and then those potato cakes should be done. Probably by the time I've taken the bin out. They might take a bit longer actually. I don't know. They take as long as they take. I ran to the bin and back, just in case. I don't want these things to burn. They're not done yet, that's good. Timing is good. I've got another bin bag I need to get rid of. I'll do that later. When I say later, I mean very soon. But after these potato cakes. Potato cakes come off the grill, and here's what they look like. Cheesy. Yeah, good. Oh my god. That was amazing. I'm so glad that I made that. Why would I ever stop myself from eating whatever I want to eat? I'm not going to even think like that again. That was a waste of time. It tastes so good. I love cheesy potato cakes. They're my favourite. I'm watching now Eddie Hall and Matt Morgia. And I got this original sugar-free energy drink. I do feel like I need some energy. But I need some good energy. I need some upliftment. Because I've been very negative. What am I gonna do? I don't know. Why do I need to know what to do? I don't. That's the end of that. That's the end of that. That's the end of that. There's nothing to do. I'm bored. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to do. There is nothing to do. I'm so bored. I'm so bored. There's nothing to do. I could go out again, but going out before was so terrible. I really didn't like that. But I could just do it again. For the sake of it. I've got to do something. I've got to do something that I don't like. I've got to do something that I don't want to. Because I have to. Because I have to stay active. I've got to keep moving. I've got to find opportunities. I've got to look for something to do. I've got to stay busy. I've got to live my life. Isn't that obvious? Seems obvious to me. Nothing seems to be very satisfying today. At least so far. I'm waiting for it all to change. I know it will. So, what I'm going to do in the meantime is just lie here. And that's about it, really. There doesn't have to be anything great or special happening. But I also do think that there should be. But if there's not, how do I make it so that there's something great or special happening? How do I make better activities appear? I don't know. I guess I can't. I guess I don't have the ability to do that. I can only entertain myself with my own words. That's why I talk to Cameron the camera. I want to play chess with someone. That's something I really like to do. But I've got no one to play with. It's just me here on my own. I did decide not to go to my friend's house. Um, and now I'm just doing this instead. Uh, so I just got up again. It's 5:15. I've been asleep all day. I just feel sad. I can't lie. I didn't feel well. My mouth was hurting. I was really tired. I went back to sleep. And all I've had is just bad dreams. Dark, sad, lonely. Not very nice dreams. Now I'm awake again, so at least I have the opportunity to try and resurrect the rest of the day. I think the way that I'm going to try and resurrect the day is by. I was going to say is by going to get a Rockstar Energy from the shop. I don't think I'm going to be able to talk as much. I can just feel myself not being able to speak like I could. I really can't stand spending any more time in this house. I'm really just getting desperate now. Yeah, I'm gonna take a walk to get an energy drink, and then I might continue that on after I got said energy drink. Sitting here is definitely doing me no favors. So I better get up and go. Try and make some good out of the remainder of the day. If possible, try not to dwell too much on the fact that I've been asleep, and that feels like a waste of time. Try not to dwell too much on the fact that I still have to live here at the moment, which is saddening me in a way that I don't like. I'm trying to reclaim the control over my positivity and over the possibility of creating more good energies and being able to transform the situations that are going on. I think I can do that, and I think I have to do that in order to maintain a focus until I do move. It was actually really good vlogging outside earlier. I got on quite a good roll with talking to the camera. and I wouldn't mind doing that again. That was actually really fun. I've also run out of fresh food. Still got all sorts of tinned food and rice and things, and they do all need to be eaten. But I guess I was thinking about whether I should get some more like bread and stuff that goes with bread. Although the bread wasn't too good actually, but the potato cakes were. The potato cakes with the cheese was pretty good. So I don't know. Either way, I want to go out for a bit. Saying that though, this camera's only got 22% battery. Which will last me for a while. I don't know exactly how long. So I don't know if I should charge that now. Yeah, I need to decide if I'm going to charge that now and then wait here for a bit, or go out for a bit with 22% and then just come back if it runs out. I think I like the idea of the second option more, just going out with 22%. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I got this fucking thing. No, I don't know what I'm doing. Just gonna have a walk. It's about 5:30, so there's just loads of cars around. It gets kind of annoying. Makes it pretty crappy to walk around. There's too many fucking cars. Much better off being out here though. I'm not just inside thinking about those fucking idiots. Not really sure what I'm doing though. I could go for the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire option and phone a friend. See if I can get someone to hang about with. Not sure I even really want to do that, to be honest. All I really want to do is just get away from the boring, stupid people. I don't think it's possible to do that though. When I go to Kensington, it's all going to change. It's going to be great. There's going to be lots of opportunities there. Things to do. Lots of reasons to be happy. And I'll definitely be celebrating getting away from this shitty hellhole. I'll probably do this more often, just like a solo vlog outside by myself. It's not that bad. There are still stupid idiots around, and they are still pissing me off. But I really don't know what to do about that at this point, apart from just carry on what I'm doing. Try and stay positive anyway. Well, obviously me calling them all stupid idiots is pretty negative. But I don't know. I have to say it like it is. Or I have to say it how I see it. I can't let them just keep perpetuating the kinds of attitudes that are creating all the misery and the suffering and the sadness and the atmosphere. It's horrible. It's so horrible. It's unbearably intolerable. I don't want to see that continue. So I'm really trying to vent my frustrations and irritations, because I'm really desperate to find like a solution to how to make some of these people actually wake up and see what's going on around them. They've got no idea. It's quite mad. The stupid people. That's what I call them now. The stupid people. And there's lots of them. And I don't get it. And they're all crazy for thinking the way they do. They're all absolutely fucking mental. I've not actually touched that Rockstar yet. I will do soon. I did just have a coffee before I left. But I'm thinking now, I'm just going to Morrison's and checking my bank account. I want to see how much money I've got. Hopefully I could just afford some potato cakes and some cheese. So I'm gonna go check, see if I can afford that, because they were pretty tasty earlier, but now I've eaten them all. I don't know how much money I've got in the bank. I've not checked for a while. I better go have a look. Just got what I wanted from that shitty fucking rubbish shop. More fucking retarded idiots in there. I'm gonna head back to the house again, if just to drop off these potato cakes or the cheese at the house. Stupidest, most idiotic people I've ever met seem to all be round here. Quite incredible, really. Quite an impressive feat. How are there so many stupid people? It's very annoying. Like I said, I'm not wasting my time on them anymore. But they still think there's reason to try, which there just isn't now. They're going to have to change their minds without question, without fail. That's just a process that's completely inevitable now. It's been put into motion by me to rid them of their own stupidity. And that's exactly what's going to happen. No more stupid fucking idiots. No more morons. They have the most stereotypical look about them. It's very uninteresting. All their voices sound the same. It just sounds like idiot speak. Like they start talking and instantly it's like, you're a fucking idiot. You just sound stupid. Like, listen to your own voice. Have you actually heard yourself? You sound like a fucking moron. Shut up. It is the accent more than anything. If you have a Chorley accent, you just sound like a retard. Is the north of England just where all the stupid people live? Is that where they choose to live? Or is it just a coincidence that they all seem to live there? It really is just demonic. Like, if they could actually see themselves clearly, they'd realise that. And they'd stop acting like fucking idiots. It'd be nice if they actually had that sort of awakening to their own selves. It is the accent more than anything. Like, they've got to try doing something different about that. They've got to try using a different accent or something, so that you just sound less fucking stupid. Because right now they just sound like fucking idiots. And it's because they're from around here. It's because they're local. And the local accent is horrific. It makes you sound like an absolute fucking retarded cunt. So if you yourself are one of those stupid fucking idiots, please try adopting a different accent. Or at least go and travel the world a little bit. Broaden your mind, broaden your horizons. You might actually see and think and feel differently to the way you do. And then stop being such a fucking moron. Stop pissing me off on a regular basis. It is wasting my time. I can't be arsed with it anymore. I'm about to go fucking ballistic, you know what I mean? I'm glad that I'm still vlogging, by the way. I've actually had like most of my so-called mates, closest mates, have actually tried to convince me as to why I shouldn't vlog, why I shouldn't make such long videos, why I should take time off. Fuck them. They're not my mates at all. They're a bunch of fucking cunts as well. I think what pisses me off the most about the accent thing is that these fucking moronic idiots just haven't actually tried to adopt or understand a slightly better usage of the English language. That's why they're fucking idiots more than anything. But it's just the way they talk. Like, they only have to say a couple of words and you just go, you are a fucking idiot, shut up. Stop self-harming by actually talking. You're causing your own brain pain. Do you not notice that? Well, obviously you don't notice that because you're a fucking idiot. Can't wait to get away from this fucking shithole. It's going to be great. Don't have to deal with absolute fucking morons anymore. They really are a right bunch of fucking pricks. It's going to be so great. I really can't wait. No more stupid fucking morons. Bye. Just got back in the house. Got my Rockstar energy. Gonna drink that. Hopefully it's good. Got the potato cakes and the cheese. Ranting again about the fucking idiots. They are fucking idiots. Very annoying, stupid, moronic, unpleasant, unkind, just generally horrible people. Not people you'd like to associate with. That explains why they have no friends. That explains why they have no social life. That explains why they don't do anything. That explains why people just dislike them generally. That explains why this neighbourhood is so fucking shit. And it's because of the absolute fucking dicks. Retarded, moronic, idiotic little creatures that live here. Anyway, I'm not going to be wasting much more time on them today. I feel like today's video is going to be long enough already. So I kind of want to finish it. But I also do feel like I have a lot more to say. So I might just continue it on. Because I've had that big sleep. That means I missed out on a lot of hours of potential for good content. So I'm thinking that I'm just going to keep up the video and end up editing it a lot later. I don't know when. It doesn't really matter anymore. I've stopped really caring. I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to keep up doing the vlog. Definitely, 100%. That's the plan. The plan is get out of this fucking shithole where all the fucking idiots are. And then keep moving. Go travel. Go do whatever the hell I fucking want to. For as long as possible. That is the one and only plan. And what comes along with that is video everything. On the adventure, as I go, along the way, video everything. That'll be great. That's a life worth living for me. As long as I'm not here, like I'm genuinely very adamant about that point. That is the only thing that I actually care about at all, is the fact that I'm not here in this shitty, horrible neighborhood full of fucking morons. As long as that's not true anymore, and I get to go wherever I want to, do whatever I want to, I don't have to look at these idiots ever again, then I'll be great. And I know I'm not going to have to look at them ever again, because they're not going fucking anywhere. They're too stupid to ever make anything out of their entire fucking lives. They will be here for the rest of their lives, living in the biggest shithole. And if they think that's great, if they think that's okay, that's just more evidence of how fucking stupid they are. If I do get a home base again, which I'm not sure if I will, it will most certainly be in a much better location that will take time to select and very carefully consider. I already know neighbourhoods that are much better, that I would definitely be much more suitable for, and it's all going to work out great. The plan is there. It's all ready to go. There should be no issues, to be honest. Oh my god, the process of selling this house is so fucking long. Why does everything have to be so fucking difficult? Why does everything have to take time? I get so fucking annoyed with how slow everything is. Why can't everything just happen the way I want it to? Obviously, I'm saying something ridiculously narcissistic, and I guess I don't care whether I'm saying that. But I'm really just trying to vent my frustration. I understand why it takes so long. I guess I just don't want it to take so long. I'd like to be able to just leave right fucking now, because I'd be so much better off. At least if I'm in my house, I have entertainment on the computer. That's a good thing. I should be thankful for that. I am thankful for that. But recently, when I go out, all I seem to do is complain. And that seems to be the essence of the majority of what makes up the vlogs at the moment. But I am actually feeling a bit of a temporary sort of thrill from just complaining to my camera. Although it does slightly scare me to think that I am just calling everybody in a certain area idiots, which I know they're not all idiots. It is actually just related to specific people that I'm encountering as I'm out and about, who even just a fraction of a moment spent anywhere near to them seems to evoke this reaction in me. And the reason is that I'm trying to shed away their horrific energy that they seem to be carrying. And I really don't want to become infected with their idiotic, moronic stupidity. So I have to react in this reflexive way in order to keep away their idiotic thoughts. I don't want to hear what they have to say. I want them to just shut the fuck up. But they just seem to keep commenting. I don't get it. It's pissing me off. It's the whole fake Tourette's mental health thing again. Alright, I'll stop complaining now. Back to the vlog. Just been on TikTok for about, I don't know, half an hour, maybe an hour. Which is much longer than I've actually been on it at all for quite some time. There was a point a couple of months ago where I was going on it every day, quite a lot, and that's not been happening recently. But I ended up going on it just now. Anyway, the less of that, the better. It is a bit of a shit show. I'm not really that interested in it, to be totally honest. It's just mostly a lot of inane fucking rubbish. So I'm gonna make some food again, obviously, because that's how fucking life works, dumbass. I got some potato cakes in the toaster. Got some cheese chopped up. So it's gonna be cheesy potato cakes again. Another round of cheesy potato cakes. That's alright with me. I don't care. I don't really know what it is I'm doing now. Just thinking about TikTok, really, how people seem so incredibly desperate for attention on there. I'm making these YouTube videos, but I wouldn't say I'm desperate for attention at all. Because I really don't care if anyone watches them. I genuinely don't. The only reason I actually like doing it is because I can get things off my chest. And it's not like talking to a person. I can say anything. I can say everything. I can say all my most honest and true feelings and thoughts. And I also do actually like doing it. Now, if people started watching, I wouldn't care. I'd be okay with it. But I don't care about, you know, I don't really want people to watch it, to be honest. Like I said, I'm not doing it for anyone else really. Just doing it for me. It's really not the be all and end all. Like making YouTube videos, making TikTok videos. It's a vocation. It's a pastime. I like doing it personally, but it's just a percentage of the day. It's just a percentage of the way to spend time. There's lots of other things to do. I'm glad that I've been involved in at least some upkeep on social media because I was previously just super reluctant. I just didn't care about it. But to be honest, I still don't care about it. I really don't. But the only reason I like it now is because of the way it makes me feel. Like I feel better about myself. But not because anyone's paying attention. Not because I'm getting any views or anything. Because I'm not. No one's watching these videos. I don't give a shit. I really don't. I don't care. Cheesy potato cakes. Done. Edible. Ready to go. Although there are some idiots that are on TikTok and are on YouTube, there's also a lot of idiots that aren't on there. I might not actually bother editing these videos anymore. I might just make them, stitch them together, and then just export them and upload them straight away. The reason that I do have to edit them actually is because some random clips will just turn upside down or sideways. So I have to look at them to flip them the right way around. I can't really be asked for editing this video right now. I would usually end it around now. It's 7:20 p.m. But I think I'm just going to continue on. Just make it as long as it is. And edit it when I feel like editing it. Might be a lot later. Might be tomorrow. Who knows? Either way, the next video will come up. Whenever the hell it comes up. really not that interested in the internet anymore. Seems like the only satisfaction to be found is actually outside the house in real life. But I already knew that anyway. Obviously. The only reason I've ended up inside on the internet is just from not having the money to go out and do what I wanted to do. That's all going to change very soon. But until it does, I'll probably still end up spending large amounts of time in the house, even though I really don't want to. I'm thinking about going out again now. Just doing some more vlogging in the dark. Would be good just to walk around and just try to think of some things to talk to the camera about again. Because I'm not really hanging around with people now. I did yesterday, but I'm not doing it today. I really actually prefer talking to my camera a lot of the time, more than people. And that is really genuinely just because I can say whatever I want to the camera with no reaction. Now, there's a part of that that's not really good, to sort of train myself to believe that I can do anything or say anything without a response, without a reaction. But if I can, then I guess I will. But I don't expect that to translate in any way over to people. Obviously, I'm not stupid. People aren't cameras, duh. So people have personal opinions, they have things to say back. Just because cameras don't, doesn't mean I make any assumption that anybody's going to be like that. Like, of course they're not. I'm not an idiot. So yeah, I think I will actually go out and walk around a little bit more. Even though it just leads to me doing a lot of complaining. I think it is better than the alternative. I'd rather just walk around being annoyed and talking about it to the camera than just sitting here not really doing anything, not feeling like I'm making any progress at all. I am talking to the camera here, but the actual reactions of what comes out of me, what I have to say, seems to be different based on where I am, because I'm reacting to whatever's going on around me. So I think I would like to do more of that style vlogging, which is just walking about. And I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I've still got this Rockstar Energy here that I've not finished. So I don't know if I need to finish that first or if I should leave that to finish off when I come back. And then I sort of need the toilet, so maybe I'll do that first. But I'll start putting my shoes on and get ready to go out. I'm just going to have a walk about. I don't think I'm going to buy anything, but I never really know what I'm going to do because I'm just making it up on the spur of the moment, going with the intuitive flow of feelings. But yeah, I definitely do want to go for a walk and then react to whatever's going on around, which is probably not a lot, but that's okay, because a lot of the time I'm just reacting to what it is that I can feel, sense, think that is going on based on what you can experience from the subtle energies that are present in the air. And also activating my psychic senses. I can really see what's going on behind places that you wouldn't think I would be able to. So I'm really just reactivating my psychic senses and then also reclaiming my autonomy, my physical autonomy over the body that I do own. All sounds like a bunch of spiritual bullshit, but I like a bit of spiritual bullshit. Those cheesy potato cakes were incredibly delicious, and I am really looking forward to eat some more of those. Alright for you. It's alright for you. It's alright for you. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you. It's actually so great living by myself and having my cameras to talk to. I lived with other people for the longest time, and it's been such a huge relief to finally have the entire house to myself again. I really can't see myself at this point ever living with another person again. Apart from in exceptional circumstances, I really think the only person that I would ever actually consider living with again now would be like a romantic partner, because then there's a reason to live together. Apart from that, there's no real reason to live together. And even then, maybe it would be good to each have our own places. You know, it's nice to have your own privacy. Or I feel like I would need like a really big house if I was going to share it with other people, so that I still feel like I have a lot of my own space. I have kind of a big house right now, but obviously I live here alone now. But I did have multiple people here over the last 5 years that I've been here, because I basically decided I would start renting out rooms to make a bit of extra money. And then I stopped doing that recently, and I decided I was going to sell the house because I just want a new start. I don't really want to be in this area anymore. I've sort of done what I can with it, and like if I decided to stay, there would be a lot more that I could do with the current situation where I am, and I'm sure it'd be interesting, but I'm going for like the fast track method of just going straight for what I really want. And a big part of what I really want is getting away from this area that I'm in and going off on a new adventure, seeing some new places, seeing some new faces. I'm not interested in seeing the same old repetitive load of shit that I've already seen so many times. I've seen it way too many times. It's just like, it just gets grating, you know? It's so incredibly boring to feel like you're living the same day again and again and again and again and again on repeat, and you have no idea when it's going to end. It's like Groundhog Day, you know? So I can't be doing that anymore, and I do have a choice, you know? Despite what other people may think, I don't really care what they think, because it's all under my control. I get to decide to do whatever I want to do. It's got nothing to do with them, so why do they care? I don't want to suffer anymore. If there's other people that want me to continue suffering, or they want me to suffer even more, that's on them. They're the fucking idiots. They need to question themselves. Don't question my actions, question their own actions. But these are people who are literally possessed by demonic entities, you know? So they have no fucking idea what they're doing. They're just stupid. They've lost all control. They've given away their senses to idiotic, moronic stupidity. I'm just not interested in being a part of that. So I want to get away from that. It's not out of fear. It's out of a care for my own life. I want to have a good life. I want to feel good. I want to be happy. I want to be fulfilled. I want to be doing what I want to do. I'm not going to let random other people who barely know me at all think that they can have any control over what they think I should do. As if their opinion matters at all to me. It really doesn't. Like, the opinions of the people closest to me matter, at least to some degree. But even them, I don't let them decide what I'm going to do, as much as I don't let anyone decide what I'm going to do, apart from me. So it's pretty mental to think that people who barely know me and have decided they don't really like me think that they know, or that their opinion matters as to what it is that I should do with my life generally. That's really quite stupid. To actually make that assumption that I should care about that really proves how stupid they are, for them to actually think that I would consider what they have to think for even 1 second. I really don't care at all what they think. It doesn't mean anything to me. I'm going to do whatever I want to do, and I'm going to have a good time. Like, my life is going to be good, and it's up to me to make it that way. So I'm really not going to take into consideration the opinions of other people at all when it comes to decisions that are 100% my responsibility and 100% within my control. It really means nothing what anybody else says when it comes to where I live and what I do with my life in a general sense. that's all down to me. That's not down to anybody else. It's no one else's choice to make apart from me. It's no one else's place. No one else really deserves to have an opinion on what I should do apart from me. They can try to have an opinion, but I'll most likely just cut them out and stop talking to them, because I'm not really interested in hearing from people who are trying to tell me that they know better than I do about myself when they obviously just don't. It's like, I've had so-called friends who are kind of like that, and they're just not friends. They're just idiots, control freaks. Again, demonic, just trying to have some sort of like psychopathic like control over the people for the sake of, I don't know, feeding into their demonic urges. I don't feed into my demonic urges, and I don't have any demonic urges. Quite the opposite. Still raining, unfortunately. But I'm not going to let that stop me. Don't really know where I'm going to go, just having a general walk. Just checking out the vibes, really. Trying to help relieve some of the bad vibes. There seem to be quite a lot of those. It's all just created by the stupid people. And there's a lot of stupid people. This camera's going to start getting a little bit wet. I might just go home, to be honest. I'm not even sure if there really is a point in coming out. There's not much point in staying home either, really. There's not really anything going on. But it's really not very interesting out here. It's just the usual, you know? Not very interesting. Idiotic, moronic, stupid people. Maybe I'll just take another path. Try and keep it interesting. I just don't want the cameras to get too wet, really. That's all I'm thinking about. I also really just don't want to go back to the house. Oh well, just came back in. I don't know what I want to do. It's okay out there. It's just, it's not what it is. I don't know what to say now. I've sort of run out of things to say. I've already kind of said everything before. So now that's all just become, you know, I'm going to do that again, actually. Go out again. Just walk around again. I'm just going to keep doing that. Over and over again. I don't really know what else to do at this point. I don't really have any other options. I could call up people to talk to. I don't want to do that. I'm not really that interested in doing that. I mean, I kind of am. But I don't know. It would be good to talk to someone. It always is. But I'm really just trying to focus on myself right now and think about what it is that I want. And that's not really going to make much sense to anyone else apart from me. I mean, unless it does. I mean, it might do. I'm really, really, really glad that I'm going to be leaving, and I'm really, really, really glad that I'm not going to have to live in this house anymore. That's all really, really, really good news. It means I don't have to put up with anyone, any of the people that are around here. They're really not very clever people. They're really quite stupid sorts of people. I don't really want to have to even see them, ever again. I'll be really, really glad when I get to think like I never have to come back here. That I'll be just celebrating basically. It's going to be so great. I really can't wait. I just hope that they do the same. I hope that they actually get out of here, go, find a better life. Stop sort of wasting their time being stupid, doing pretty much fuck all. They're not very interesting people. They've got almost nothing to say of any interest whatsoever. They just have stupidity. That's all they have. And if anything, that leaves them just speechless. Like they can't even speak because like all they have is stupidity. And now that they're becoming aware of that, they're left without words, and they have to start thinking differently. They have to start thinking better. And that's taking place right now as they're being exercised of all their demonic tendencies. So that will improve this area greatly, to not have to be burdened by the stupidity of the absolute complete fucking idiotic morons that live here. And then, fingers crossed, when these people actually wake up, they'll be able to start trying to do something positive and actually find some meaningful work in their lives. Focus on creating some meaningful work for themselves, and then taking part in a process that actually gives them some kind of joy, and something to celebrate and something to feel good about. Because they're not feeling good right now at all. And it makes them into incredibly they're not interesting. They've got nothing interesting about them. Nobody likes them. Nobody wants anything to do with them. They're idiots. They're too stupid to even think a thought. That's how stupid they are. I can't pay any attention to them whatsoever because of the fact that they're so stupid. I don't know what to do about their existence. I could try to make an effort to, tell them what it is that's happening, but that might just be a total waste of time because they're too stupid to understand. They're too idiotic. So they need to address that first before there's any hope for their futures. And then there's a possibility of redemption. But there has to be an absolute 100% total mental breakdown in which they just fall apart to absolute pieces, crumble into a mess, and just sort of cry uncontrollably about the state of affairs, of how shit their life is. And then after that, they might be able to find some redemption. Possibly. But probably not. Because I'm not interested in giving them any time now. They've been way too stupid. They've pissed me off way too many times. I'm not doing anything for them. I think they're idiots. They need to go sort their own lives out. I'm not going to be giving them time or attention because they're too stupid. There's no point wasting time on them. The only thing that they would benefit from is just being quiet, stop speaking, start thinking, start listening, start actually trying to be a better person, turn your life around, and then I'll stop calling you a fucking stupid idiot. Until then, you're a fucking stupid idiot. That's it. And it's going to get a lot better once they've actually accepted that they're a stupid fucking idiot. Anyway, so I'll be getting out of here very soon, getting away from the fucking morons, and going to a better place where people are actually intelligent. People can actually have a conversation. Wow, wouldn't that be incredible? Where people are not stupid, cowardly little fucking idiots. What's the point in that? Believe it or not, there's actually places in the world where people actually talk to each other, where they have like casual conversations in the street. That's all very positive, and it's very pleasant, where people are nice, where there's an atmosphere of joy, where people are friendly, where people are kind, where people are thoughtful, where people appreciate each other, where people take care of each other, where people actually genuinely care about who is around them. I know that's hard to believe that that's real, but it is. And that's where I'm going to be going. To a much, 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 much better place than this. This is the stupidest place I've ever seen. The people are so thick. They have no idea what's going on in the rest of the world. They have no connection to politics. There's no conversation that occurs at any point which resembles anything close to having any kind of thread of intellect or respect for other human beings in it whatsoever. How is this possible? I know, it's mind-blowing. Yes, they are that stupid. Yes, they do seriously lack an ability to speak to such a high level. It's crazy. They are that stupid. It's true. They are fucking morons. They have no idea how stupid they are. That's because they're stupid. And when they get out and they actually go somewhere and they actually see the rest of the world, they'll realise just how fucking great it can be. And then they'll stop being such cunts. But they better fucking get on with it. Like, actually, get on with it. It's not up for me to show them what's going on. They've got to go and see it with their own eyes. Then they'll realise what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm going to go back out for a little bit, take another walk around, and then I'm going to come back and make some more potato cakes with cheese. So I don't know how it's going to go, but that doesn't matter at all. I don't care how it's going to go because I'm not a fucking coward and I'm not stupid. So why would I give an absolute single fuck what happens? I'm not a fucking retarded shithead. I'm not a fucking moron. I don't need to plan how I'm going to handle myself if anything happens. Because I'm not stupid. I know I'm not stupid. That means that I know I can handle whatever happens. These fucking pricks are so fucking idiotic. And they think there's some sort of virtue in being an absolute fucking coward. What a bunch of fucking pricks. Absolutely the most idiotic people I've ever seen. The real losers of life. Lame, shithead, fucking idiots. I have no interest in you at all. You're a fucking cunt. Moronic, stupid prick. I don't give a fuck about anything you have to say. You're a fucking idiot. Shut up. Idiotic morons. Stupid fucking idiots. Bunch of pricks. I'm going to go out in like 1 minute. Just have to get my shit together. And then I'm going to be complaining a lot more. I might just delete this video again. I might have to skip another day. Because I've just been complaining again a lot. And I'm not sure I really want to share that on the internet. I sort of do, because like, I think, well, that's what it is. It's a raw, unfiltered vlog, a look into my life. And it's an honest and accurate representation of what actually happened. And I actually think it's fair enough to share that. But I'm not interested in sharing every single thing that I say. That's why there is an edit, you know? Just been out. Took the bin out. Didn't video anything. Come back in. Gonna make some more potato cakes. Ever since I decided that I was going to move, I really don't seem to be able to stop complaining constantly. And it's been great. Such a relief. Wonderful. Managed to get a lot of shit off my chest. Not having to think about what people are going to say, how people are going to react, what people are going to think. I don't care about any of that. They're idiots. I'm going to have a great life. I'm going to continue having a great life. I'm going to go somewhere that's great, where there's lots of, good things going on. Why wouldn't I do that? I'm not stupid. I'm not going to stay here. People who live here are just stupid people. I'm not stupid, so I'm not going to live here. I'm going to go somewhere else, where it's better. Obviously. Because I'm not an idiot. Isn't that incredibly understandable? I don't care about any of the reactions I get. Let them react. Why are you scared of that? I don't get it. Why are you scared of anything? You have to be an idiot to be scared. You have to be stupid to be scared. There's no other way to say that. So, I'm not doing anything now. I've got plans. I've got big plans. I've got great plans. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go somewhere better. I'm going to have a great life. It's going to be fantastic. I'm already doing it. I'm in the process of doing it. It's all happening. It's not like I'm making this up. So that's me. I'm all good. I'm sorted. Everything's great. Whatever these people think is just stupidity. If they think like I'm not all right or something, I don't know what they're talking about. They're so stupid. They have no idea. Too idiotic to understand what is actually going on. I really am very content with the way everything is. Everything's okay. My life is great. I have no issues. There's nothing I really want to change anytime soon. The only changes that I do want to take place are already in motion. I'm already making them take place. I'm already in the process of seeing them to fruition. So that's not an issue. That's all great. Now I just have to focus on what it is I'm doing now. What I'm doing now is just sitting here with the camera talking. And that's all I'm interested in doing. I don't want to do anything else. So for anyone who thinks that I should be doing anything else, I don't want to. I don't have to. And it doesn't matter what you think. I can do whatever I want. I've got some more cheesy potato cakes. Glad to say I am enjoying this evening.